Hello, friends. I am Chevee. Welcome to my shed. How are you today? How's life in your world? How's things where you are? I hope it's all fantastic. Things are, if it's not obvious, a bit of a mess right this minute, and I don't feel like cleaning it all up yet because there's a lot more mess to come. But I was productive this weekend. I had the girls here, and Em went home to her parents for the weekend, so it was just me and my kids, and my teenager, she likes to just kind of not be here. Like she'll go to her room and I don't see her for most of the day. So I didn't see her a lot. So I actually got down here and made stuff. I finished off a shelf, the shelf I've been showing you, and I made 3 more shelves, hanging shelves, for M's mom because they're coming down next weekend. So I wanted to get some furniture ready for them. And then Kai and I, my youngest, we played catch for hours. I don't. They've been playing softball. I don't know if I told you that. So we went outside and played softball through softball for hours and at a time, and then came back. And so I was feeling productive. And so today I thought I'm going to keep being productive. And the the room that I'm building in the other side of the basement, I needed to run a new circuit. Um, I needed I needed to run a new circuit. There was I couldn't figure out how to tap into the lighting circuit that's on the other side. It's all 3 ways, and I spent like 4 hours down here one day, and I'm not kidding when I say that, taking all the switches apart and trying to find the source. When I wire a 3-way, I wire the source into the switch box and then come out from the switch box to my light and to my other switch. This whoever wired this place, the source apparently goes to the light and then it splits to the switches. That's not how I do it, so I just assumed, and that's not how I was taught. I was taught to do it at the switch box. So I thought that I had identified the switch, and I wired in the lights over there. This was weeks ago, and then they worked until I turned on the 4-foot shop light that's on the other side, and then they started flickering. So it was obviously wrong, and I needed to run a new circuit for the outlets anyway. I've discovered that all of the outlets down here are on one circuit, and I don't want that room to be connected to this room. I don't like when I turn the compressor on, tools on, I don't want any of that to impact that room. So I was going to pull a new wire anyway, and I just decided I would put the lights and outlets on one circuit. They're LED lights anyway, they're not going to draw a whole bunch. So, all that being said, my switch panel, my breaker panel is in the bedroom above like where you are. You're here, and just above you is access into the switch panel or the circuit breaker. So I had to cut holes in my ceiling so I could feed wire because there was absolutely no way to run a snake. Maybe if I had one that was adjustable with a camera on it, I could get a fish tape, but there was nothing to fish. So I had to cut holes in each rafter so that I could feed the wire through. And I don't know if it's correct. I don't know if it's what the correct way to do this procedure is, but it's what I came up with. I just cut square holes and fed the wire through as best I could, and that seemed to work. And now I'm really exhausted, and this place is covered in drywall dust, and my throat is scratchy from insulation and dust, and I'm just done. I cooked dinner and I'm done. So I'm not cleaning up for a while. Probably be like this again tomorrow because I now have to patch all of this, and I'm not really great with drywall patching. So wish me luck, but it's been fun. Fun in a very odd way. I got frustrated quite a few times, like ready to call it I'm done for tonight kind of thing, but I really wanted to pull this because we were pulling it from the switch panel, the circuit panel, and I didn't want to leave that open. I didn't want to leave, I wanted to get the panel closed back up before I finished this run. So I had to finish this run and at least get it to the junction box. It's going to a junction box where I'll split it to the light circuit and then to the outlets. So I got it to the junction box, I terminated the ends, I put the breaker in. Seems to be fine. Nothing clicked when I turned the power back on, so I'm exhausted. And now I got to patch holes in my ceiling. Not sure how I'm going to do that. Haven't figured it out yet, but I guess it'll make sense eventually. That's all I have for you today. Thank you for being here as always. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, being amazing friends and wonderful people. I really appreciate you. And I'll see you again tomorrow. I didn't do the thing. I didn't read the book. I just did this is how tired I am. I did the video and I just left. I started editing and I was like, I didn't read from the book today. Today's word you should know to sound smart is Faustian. It is an adjective meaning evil, malicious, dark, and brooding with malevolent intent. Demonic, satanic, having sold one's soul to the devil, metaphorically or literally, in exchange for wealth and power. In the movie End of Days, a group of police officers make a Faustian bargain with Satan himself. Faustian, F-A-U-S-T-I-A-N. How do you literally make a deal with the devil? Like, does that, you would literally have to find the devil?